Hi sisters, James Charles here and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So it is currently Saturday, July 17th at about 2:30 Pacific Standard Time, and I have just been sitting here enjoying my day off. I woke up early this morning, fed the dogs, was sitting outside for a while reading a few chapters of this book, which I have been literally obsessed with. But I was trying to think, like, what do I want to do to make today productive? Because I always need to be doing something. And I've been really inspired to do a makeup look recently. So I was about to go downstairs and just start getting glam and take an Instagram photo. But then I thought to myself, it would be really fun to show you guys the full behind the scenes of what it takes to actually create like the perfect Instagram photo. Every once in a while, I'll have makeup on from either an event or because I just finished filming, and I'll have an outfit on too, and I'll take either a selfie or the team will be like, James, stand there and look cute. Let's take an Instagram picture. But for the most part, like 99% of the time, it's like a fully planned out production. And I'm not ashamed of that, okay? I love Instagram. I love taking photos. I love obviously doing makeup. I really do love the creative process, and it's really fun for me to create these like artistic moments in time for my Instagram, which I personally like to look at as my portfolio. So if you guys are interested in seeing like my full secret process from beginning to the final photo in the end and literally every single step in between, keep on watching. Now, the first step for me is always picking a source of inspiration. Sometimes it comes from, Pinterest or just things that I see in the regular world. Literally anything can be reimagined into a makeup look. For today's look that I want to do, I actually already have my source in mind, and that is actually from an episode of RuPaul's Drag Race. I'm currently obsessed with watching All Stars season 6.
Y'all wanted a twist, eh?
Oh my god, it is literally so good. It's not even funny. I'm currently rooting for Raja O'Hara, but also Justice for Scarlett, and I'm always going to be feeling my fantasy. But for today's makeup look, I actually really want to create something inspired by Aquaria, who is the winner of Drag Race season 10. So basically in like the pre-finale episode, Aquaria had this really beautiful star dress on, and it was like literally one of the most gorgeous things that I've ever seen. But my favorite part about this look is the eyeshadow and how she basically had these like little star charms like dangling from her eyes. I just thought it was such a cool, unique concept, but I definitely have a lot of different ideas in terms of colors and styles and stuff of how I can make it my own. And I think it's gonna be really cool. The next step of the creative process is basically going to be gathering all of the materials that you may need. I do need to go look in my glitter drawer and see if I have like the right silver glitter. I need to find some Swarovski crystals, but I also need to run to the store to get the stars because I know for a fact that I do not have those. So luckily I have Michael's craft store really close to my house, but I think my Swarovski crystals are right down here underneath this mannequin head. Yes, they are. Okay, so I definitely have my Swarovskis all ready to go. I'm gonna look in my glitter drawer in the makeup studio as well, just to make sure that I have like the right size, basically. I have this little silver glitter, which I think will be really pretty. I'm gonna grab that. And then I have like oh yes, and then I have a fine silver as well. So in terms of glitter, I'm definitely good to go. I'm just gonna leave these on the little makeup desk, which I will come back to later. But I think now it is time to grab my car keys, grab a mask and my wallet, and head over to Michael's craft store and find some little silver stars. Okay, you guys, I made it to Michael's, and literally just walking in right away is the jewelry section. So I think this is exactly where I need to be, which is so convenient. Okay, they have these like beads, but these are kind of disgusting and hideous. I need like thin silver stars. This I think is gonna be perfect to dangle from the eyeballs. That's such a scary sentence. Okay, so I found some pliers and supplies, which is definitely part of what I need. So I'm just gonna pick up a really tiny little, oh god, this is really complicated. All of these look exactly the same and I really don't know what these do. Oh, okay, so, oh my god, yes, silver plated. Oh, everything is like sold out. There's not many things. Oh my god, there's only one star. I needed a lot. Shit. Hey you guys, I got my stuff from Michael's. I was able to find a bunch of like the small little star charms. I did have them check the nearby location, but the nearest store that has one is in Inglewood, which is like an hour away right now, and I am not driving an hour just to get a little star charm. So I think we're just gonna have to make the small ones work for today. I'm sure the look is still gonna be super cute. But now it is time to head home and apparently do some jewelry making, which should be interesting. I've never done anything like this before. All right, you guys, so we just got home and we are back down in the makeup studio. Come here, Chi, do you want to say hi?
This is definitely fruity.
Looking at the makeup look from Aquaria again, she definitely had bigger stars on her face, and I'm gonna have to make do with the tiny little small ones because I was not about to drive an hour to Inglewood to go get stars. Should I order them on Amazon to wait a little bit? Let me see when they're gonna get here.
A few moments later.
I may or may not have just ordered bigger stars on Amazon that will get here tomorrow. So I think that I'm going to at least try to make like one of the little chains with the smaller ones just to see what the vibe is before completely giving up for today. Oh my God. Who makes this packaging and why is it always so hard to open? I just realized I didn't get a stupid... Do you think that I can cut this with like scissors? Why am I so dumb? You can!
Couple niggas with bricks, couple niggas hold sticks, ayy.
I had this dangling from here. Actually, that does kind of look good.
Better than me, ayy. My wrist, ayy. Gotta see,
I
yeah.
guess they really don't look that different, but the bigger one is so cool. I think it could be really cool to do like one on each eye, but then like little small ones along with the big ones. We are obviously filming right now, which means I have decided to just continue the makeup portion of this video. I did order the bigger stars from Amazon, but I honestly just want to film this. I'm really excited about this video. I'm just keeping on my white shirt. I'm literally wearing this blanket because it is freezing down here in the basement, which is where the makeup studio is. Honestly, my desk is such a mess right now too, but I don't have the patience to clean it up. So when I'm getting ready as well, I love to watch some YouTube videos in the meantime. For some reason, I've talked about this before, but I literally cannot listen to music. It just distracts me too much, but I love watching YouTube videos, whether it be Mario Kart, Minecraft. I'm actually watching my friend Troy's new Mario Kart video right now, but yeah, I like to have something on just in the background of getting ready just to keep me like in the zone or whatever, but yeah. Okay, you guys, so that is pretty much the like base of the makeup all done. Like I said, I know we rushed through that, but that is pretty much the same base that I do literally every single time I get ready. So you've seen it a million times. There's no point in like really focusing in on that. I'm just looking at some different photos that I have saved in my like little Instagram thingy for inspiration and stuff. It's a lot of different drag looks, of course. So I have this. This. So I have this video saved on my phone, which is like this beautiful, you can't see it at all, but this is by Nikki Makeup, who's one of my favorite UK artists, and this is stunning. I think that I might use something like this as a source of inspiration. So I'm gonna try to lay on some nice blue, just wiggling that brush back and forth. Then I just need a cute little transition color. Y'all know how it is. I'm just going to cut my crease here. As you can see, we ended up recreating the exact original look, which is not what I wanted to do. At the same time though, the look is absolutely beautiful, and just like holding up the little stars, like I'm just already seeing the vision of how pretty this is gonna look when it's all done. I think at this point I'm gonna go ahead and do the other eye off camera, and I will come back when I have more to show you guys. So now I'm gonna try to basically glue on these little chains, and I think I'm just gonna try to use a little bit of Pros-Aid, which is professional grade makeup glue. I got it on there, but is it gonna stay?
What is that?
Oh my God, why won't this, okay. Oh my God. How the am I supposed to get this to stay? Oh my God. She's officially glued on there. Oh my God, that was literally the longest process of my entire life for no reason at all. Okay, you guys, and at this point, the makeup look I think is finally done, and everything is now set and locked in place. So this is the time where I normally go upstairs, fix my hair, put on a cute little outfit to match the look, and then we'll be back down here in a little bit for the photo. I just called my stylist, Lena, who is the absolute best at putting the fits together, and she reminded me that I have this top from the brand Marine Soleil that has moons all over it, which is literally so good and on theme. The only thing is, and this is just me being so like overly particular, it's a very like teal color blue, and the eye look that I'm doing is very like midnight navy blue. So I'm gonna see how it photographs. If anything, I can just edit this to be like a darker shade of blue, but then again, I don't want the brand to see it and be like, girl, we do not make that color. Oh God, this is tight.
I got your milkies.
Do I like this?
Somebody lied to her several times and told her that she was fly, hot, and sexy and beautiful, and she's nothing like that. She's nothing of the sort.
We're just gonna go find out.
You want a cookie?
Okay, you guys, and I think we're finally ready for photo time. God, this has been a much longer process than I anticipated. Okay, you guys, so we were down here back in the studio, and I'm basically just going to get in the little setup. Now, sometimes if I'm home alone, I do have like a remote and everything that I can take photos myself, but luckily Lewis is here behind the camera and behind my phone too. Oh, actually, oh my God. Do you think it would be cute, Lewis, to try to put the stars on my earrings? Let me try to do this really quickly. Can you raise the f-stop for me, please? It's at 3.2 now. I just don't like how my ear is out of focus. Okay, I'm gonna suck in. Tongue to the roof of my mouth. How my stupid neck leans to one side. Okay. Oh, that one was really pretty.
Look more towards your right. Not it,
Ooh,
but
okay.
you see what I'm trying
Yes,
to do.
I do.
Yeah, that was it. That was the change. Yeah, way better.
Those are cool. I like those. I think we got it. Now it is time to go through on my computer and pick out our favorites. Normally at this point I would love to take the makeup off, but I learned the hard way to keep it on just in case you get that one photo that's like so close but not exactly there and you want to retake it. This is such a stupid, like crazy process, but I promise you guys, it really does work. So basically what I want to do is take you guys through my editing process of how I'm going to make this photo Instagram ready. Now I was actually going to do it on this photo and in fact just did retouch the entire thing and I am so happy with the way it turned out, but it turns out my screen recording stopped about 10 minutes in. But that's okay, I have to edit the second photo anyway, so I might as well just do it again. As you guys can see, the changes aren't anything crazy, but it definitely does make the image pop a lot more. It makes the kind of thing stand out. So I'm going to show you guys exactly what I did over on here. Now, the first thing that I always love to do whenever I am editing photos of myself is basically go in with Liquify first, which is the reshaping tool. We love that on Facetune. Pretty much the same exact thing on Photoshop. You can just get a little bit more precise. And then I just go in and start reshaping anything that I think can look a little bit more snatched or just like a little bit more symmetrical. I try not to go too crazy here because obviously, you know, you guys see me on my stories and in videos every single day. So I'm definitely not trying to fool anybody into thinking that I look different than I actually do. I think that looks pretty symmetrical, which is great. Then what I always like to do is go ahead and desaturate the background while I'm working on the color. Now, this is definitely not a necessary step, but for me, since I'm shooting in front of a white backdrop, I want my backdrop to actually look white. So I like to just select that using the quick selection tool and then just go into saturation and lower that all the way down, and that is looking pretty good. Now, the next step that I always love to do is just do any basic skin retouching. I don't really do too much to the eyes. Obviously, I like to do my work in real life. But the one thing that I do like to edit is just some of the colors and some of the brightness and darknesses, just because, unfortunately, sometimes professional cameras actually do a worse job at capturing those type of details, whereas the iPhone is sometimes better. For example, like even in this lighting, you guys can see like the glitters obviously on my eyelid, whereas if I'm zoomed in on Photoshop, you literally cannot see a single glitter speck. What the? Which sucks, because I feel like that really adds to the look. Okay, you guys, and the last thing that I'm gonna do for this photo is edit the color of my shirt. But I think at that point, that is pretty much the Photoshop portion all complete. All right, you guys, well, I'm back down in the studio and it is currently 9:57 p.m., meaning we have been at this now for more than 7.5 hours, but the photos from today are officially in my IG Ready album on my phone and they are ready to post, and I could not be more excited. I am well aware that this is quite a lot of work that most people don't want to and are never going to do, and that is totally okay. I love days like this, no matter how long they are, planning out a fun look, going shopping for some props, and just sitting down, watching some YouTube videos and playing with makeup for hours and hours and hours on end, trying to create that like artistic vision you have in your head and finally seeing it come to life later on is so worth it, and I will forever enjoy this process. If you guys enjoyed coming along with me on this little makeup day vlog, please give it a big thumbs up down below, and also leave me a comment if you guys want to see more videos like this in the future. All my social media links are just James Charles if you guys want to follow me anywhere else, and make sure you keep your eyes peeled on my Instagram for when I finally post these photos that we created today. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching this video. I love you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.